What's up, guys? Just want to make a quick video going over all my current projects and things I got going on, things I'm working on. It's kind of a revolving door around here of different cars and boats and motorcycles and all kinds of different crap. So just want to go over the current collection and show you guys what I got and what's coming in my future videos. Everything I have now, for the most part, I'm keeping. The only one that's kind of up in the air still is this guy right here. So this is I'll start with this, I guess. This is a 91 or 92 S13 240SX Coupe. So I picked this up a couple weeks ago. I got a video coming of picking this car up and just going over it a little bit. So clearly it was in an accident, but these things are getting harder and harder to come by, so I picked it up in North Jersey. So I'll be going over this soon. Damage and everything. Next up, we got my wife's Monte, 86 Monte Carlo V6. This is the one we pulled the motor out of the Trans Am for. Bought her this for her birthday like 7 or 8 months ago. She's always wanted a G-body. I used to own a Grand National, and she loved that car, but always wanted a Monte. It's a pretty straight, pretty clean car. Next up, I got the Wrangler, this TJ I picked her up a couple of years ago. Most of these cars are hers. She owns more cars than I do. So I got her this. I had a YJ. That was just kind of like a woods truck. Big rusty piece of junk, but she liked taking the top off of it and wanted something for herself, so I got her this TJ. Bought it cheap in Maryland, I think, because it had a cracked manifold, and towed it home and fixed it, and she's been driving it ever since. Needs a frame. The frame's really rusty. So I actually have a frame for it sitting over here. Bought my buddy's Jeep that he was parting out, and the frame is actually in really good shape, so snag this, and that's a future project, something coming. On the green Jeep, all right in here is gone on the frame rail. So gonna undercoat this and just make it real nice and swap the tub and drivetrain, and she'll be good to go. This guy here is my 72 Coupe de Ville. I got this when I was a senior in high school. It was my uncle's car. He passed away. He left it to me. He's owned it since '73. He bought it a year old. It's actually fairly clean other than the roof. It had a vinyl top on it, and when it was put on, it wasn't sealed properly, and it held moisture and ruined the roof. See, it's super rusty. But I got dreams of this thing on bags, just cruising down the beach and pile 10 people inside of it. Drove it to my high school graduation. That's probably the last time I actually drove it, and then it blew a brake line and sat and just got worse and worse. But it's sentimental, so I'll never get rid of it. Hopefully get to this someday soon. I got my supercharged GTO over here. This is the one from the last video. This is the 5th GTO I've owned, actually. I had a yellow one that was totaled a couple of years ago. That was super clean, and it took me 3 years to find another one that was clean enough and worth buying. I actually found this like 10 miles from my house. Guy put a lot of money into it. It's got CCWs, it's got Willwoods, Magnuson blower. I got a bunch of plans for this in the near future, hopefully. Got my boat over here. This I picked up just before last winter. The 15-foot Sunbird. I was told all it needs is an impeller. Haven't had a chance to work on it. I've just been so busy with other projects and all my flip cars and having a 1-year-old and all the fun stuff I have going on in my life. So hopefully get this out on the water this year. It's a pretty cool little boat. Never owned a running boat before, so this will be my first shot at boat ownership, or running boat ownership, I guess. Moving on. Got this '01 Bandit 600 I'm fixing up for my buddy. So pretty much done. I had to do clutches in it. I rebuilt the carbs. A bunch of maintenance stuff. It's sat a long time, so it's having a fuel issue. I think I had to change the petcock on it, and it's a vacuum-driven petcock, and I don't think it's got proper vacuum, so it's got a fueling issue. I just got to figure that out, and then it should be good to go. Over here, I got the LS1 that I pulled out of that Trans Am. Got this 4.8 that was out of a van I bought last year and parted out. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. I want to put an LS in that Jeep and my wife's Wrangler, but kind of another project for another day. There's the Trans out of the Trans Am. Got this old jet ski I picked up a few weeks ago. This is a future project. Looking for the other half of that project. That'll be coming soon. Got my golf cart here. It's got some quarter midget wheels and slicks on it, so thing's pretty cool. And I forget I own this thing all the time. It's just kind of hidden behind my shed, tucked back here. It's a 89 or 90 Samurai. It's just gonna be a woods buggy, I don't know, tube buggy. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I picked it up cheap. I bought it off a guy on Facebook Marketplace for 50 bucks, and it was a fairly clean Samurai chassis, and they're getting so expensive. I figured for 50 bucks, why not? Then he bought another one and asked me if I'd sell it back to him, so I did. I actually traded him for a set of wheels and tires for my Jeep, and then he posted it for sale again, didn't end up cutting it up or using it, so I bought it back a second time, so it's changed hands between us 4 times. Just some junk I got sitting around. Got this GoKart back here that I'm fixing up for my son. I got a new motor for it. It's been sitting a long time. Scrap pile. This is my wife's daily here. 2013 Grand Cherokee. It's the Overland Summit. So it's got the fancy brown interior. It's got a Hemi. It's a V8. All-wheel drive. Sucks on gas. It's kind of been a giant piece of junk, but that's the family car. I've been towing the trailer with it a lot, actually, because my truck's been broken. So, we'll see. Kind of want to get rid of it. Kind of need it. And this is my truck, 2004 Sierra 1500. It's got a stuck lifter right now, though, so it's kind of out of commission. There's a long story behind this truck that I can get into later, if anyone cares. I've owned it twice. When I originally bought it, the thing was perfect, no rust whatsoever. And then the previous owner kind of let it go, and the rockers went to shit. You can see there's nothing left. So I got new rockers for it. Put a ton of money into it, just trying to keep it going. But it's a cool truck. I use it probably a lot more than I should use a 1500 for towing, so it definitely takes a beating. So that's it for the current collection. Stay tuned if you guys enjoyed this and want to keep seeing these projects. Like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate all the support I've gotten so far. See you guys next time.